Hey, Smashers, welcome to your Daily Smash for Thursday, March 13th, 2025. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
We're not live. We're recording this, so we won't have any transmission issues. It was raining Wednesday morning, and we kept losing our signal. But funny thing happened. We went to the gym, came back. We went to the gym very early, came back, and we have one of those digital door locks, where you have to punch in a code, and I guess the batteries were dying, and I couldn't get the door unlocked. And Kelly had an issue.
I can't believe I'm telling this story. It's like too much TMI, really.
You
but
think?
Ray thinks it's funny. You know when they say Murphy's Law, when bad things happen, it will.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Well, I had to go to the restroom. Bad. Like real bad. Like real bad.
Mm-hmm.
And we could not get the door to open. And it's raining.
It was raining hard.
And I had to go. When duty calls, you got to go. And we all go, okay?
I knew there was a way in, but it was going to take me a while to make it happen. And I kept trying and trying and trying on the door. It would not open. And finally, Kelly grabbed the car keys. And where'd you go?
Well, I went to off the beach. I went to Stop and Go, the first right. And there was a McDonald's on the other side. Like, beach is a big, huge main.
Yeah. It's 3 lanes each way.
I legit went in there. I'm like, can I use your restroom? He's like, we don't have one. I'm like, oh, you have one. You just won't let me use it. And he's like, yeah, pretty much. and I'm like, oh, shoot. And there was so much traffic. I ran across the beach to McDonald's. And, oh, my gosh.
Oof.
Wow.
Yeah. Well.
Wow. It was horrible.
You made it in time. Correct?
Correct.
That's very, very, very reassuring.
Oh my gosh, you got the phone number.
I did.
I hope he
for a
can do
special guest that we hope to have on our Rick and Kelly show on Patreon this week. He is fascinating, and hopefully he's got time to do the interview with us, and then we'll include that in this week's Rick and Kelly show on Patreon. During my Leventhal report on Wednesday evening, the SpaceX rocket was supposed to launch to rescue those 2 astronauts who've been stuck on the International Space Station for 9 months.
Could you imagine being stuck in a capsule for 9 months in the dark?
Well, they're not in the dark.
Well,
per
it's
se.
the dark up there.
They're
Oh, you're stuck in
orbiting in space. You go up
You
there
don't think it's dark? It's dark up in space, babe.
Yeah, I know, but not on the space station. They have lights in there.
I know, but you're in a tube. I think that's worse than prison. Think about it. You're like, what are you watching up there? What are you doing for 9 months?
Yeah, well, they signed up.
A whole baby grows inside you, a whole person, in 9 months.
They thought they were going for 8 days. That's the crazy part to me. They thought they were going to be up there for 8 days. And there was an issue with the Starliner by Boeing. It was supposed to take them home. So they just got stuck. And one of the stories is that Biden didn't want to let Musk send up a rocket to rescue them before the election because
he didn't want them to look good.
He didn't want the optics because Musk was aligned with Donald Trump, and he didn't want to give them that win. So supposedly he said no.
Jerk. Well, the guys, he said he would never, pardon his son, and he did.
Yeah, that happened.
He says a lot of things. That guy is just, you see old videos of Biden, and he's so racist.
Yeah.
So racist.
Oh, there's that R word again.
Oh, the R, yeah. But he did say it.
I know he did. He did.
They have him on camera.
He did. He was like it.
And then that group says the R word all the time.
Yeah. So they were supposed to be rescued by this SpaceX rocket, and the launch was supposed to happen Wednesday evening, and it got scrubbed because of a hydraulic issue. So now they're hoping for a launch tonight, Thursday. That'll happen during my show, the Leventhal Report on Newsmax 2. So hope you'll watch. Boost our numbers. We're already crushing it, but we'd love to have more viewers, and I think it's going to be a fun show.
Oh,
So
yeah. I'm so excited.
yeah, me too.
I hope to God we can get him on there.
I talked about the Department of Education cuts on my show in my monologue.
I've always said, always, and I think that's just. Oh, I don't know what happened here.
Oh no! Did that just happen?
I don't know.
Oh boy!
Well, you talked for most of the five minutes. So
Oh no! I'll shut up. You talk.
I don't shut up. I grow up, and when I look at you, I throw up.
What?
Just kidding. No, what I always say is, and I think I just changed things my whole life just because I've lived in China and other places around the world, and I don't like big government. I want to be in control of myself. I don't want the government telling me what to do. And seeing COVID, you see what happens when you have big government. And the Department of Education, which I learned today, didn't know anything about it, is part of the bureaucracy, and having big government and not having the states and the local, it's just all this money is getting funneled into there and not into the right hands.
It was Jimmy Carter who split the Department of Education off from, I think it was Health and Human Services. It was part of another agency, but it's just sort of that democratic ideal of more government, bigger agencies, more money, spend more money, hire more people.
Higher taxes.
And they have one of the smaller staffs of the 15 different
Federal governments.
agencies.
Federal
Cabinet
agencies.
agencies. Cabinet agency?
I thought it was federal agencies.
Yeah. They have...
Was it not?
I actually wrote it down in my monologue. I don't want to get this wrong.
I like how you did the research. Here, just read it real quick.
Okay.
Just read your monologue. I think it was really good.
You've probably heard about the massive job cuts at the Department of Education, something Trump pledged to do during his campaign. Just over a third of the nearly 4,000 Department of Ed employees were notified on Tuesday they had to be out of their desks by 6 p.m. by that day, and their offices were closed on Wednesday for security reasons. The other 2,200 department employees, that's how many are left, may be gone soon, depending on congressional approval, since completely eliminating the agency will require 60 votes to avoid a filibuster, and Trump may not have 60 votes in the Senate. Linda McMahon was tapped by Trump to lead the agency. She knows that her real goal is to dismantle it. But she says that it's not going to take away education for kids. It's going to lead students to higher test scores. She said about President Trump, he's taking the bureaucracy out of education so that more money flows to the states. Better education is closest to the kids, with parents, with local superintendents, with local school boards, getting closer to the kids. I think we'll see our scores go up with our students, and we can educate them with parental input as well. Then I went off a little bit about how I love learning about stuff. And like you said, I didn't really know anything about the Department of Education either. So I did my research. And what I learned was the current version of the agency was created by Jimmy Carter. And he signed it in 79.
One of our smashers told us that too.
Who did?
One of our smashers told us that.
So he created it in 79, but really in 1980 is when it actually happened. He split it from the Department of Health, Education, and Welfare. And it was opposed by Republicans then and has been since. They saw its creation as unconstitutional since the Constitution does not mention education. Ronald Reagan wanted to get rid of it. They said it was unnecessary, an illegal federal bureaucratic intrusion into local affairs. Reagan couldn't do it because he didn't have the votes. He didn't have majority in Congress. And there have been other efforts since, but this is the first time it might actually happen. The Department of Education has the smallest staff of the 15 federal cabinet agencies, but has the third largest discretionary budget, behind only the Department of Defense and the Department of Health and Human Services. Last year, the ED's budget was $268 billion. It started at $14 billion in 1980. So you would think that with all that money being poured into the Department of Ed, that the test scores would go up.
Test scores are awful. Awful. I don't know what is going to happen when we become senior citizens. I mean, you already are one, but like for me, I don't know what these millennials, their test scores compared to the rest of the world are
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah, so bad. Test scores in reading and mathematics plateaued in 2012. Since then, they've been going down, and it got a lot worse in the pandemic. In 2023, reading and math scores dropped to their lowest level in decades. In decades. So now they hope that by moving money back to locals and states, that they will eliminate this federal bureaucracy where the money doesn't get to where it should be going. And, there were a lot of parents during COVID, and this was my monologue too.
Oh, did you see how those poor kids in those masks? I was so mad that they were making Jolie wear masks in school like that.
And
when those kids weren't even getting, those kids weren't dying.
Or study from home on computers.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same.
No.
There was backlash. Parents were upset about it. Not just about the fact that they were shutting schools or making them learn at home, other restrictions. Also, they were upset about left-leaning ideas in the curriculum, especially on race and LGBTQ issues, which many felt undermined parents' rights and values. Parents had no say in any of this, so maybe now...
It's just, you know what? Learn about that stuff in college. You guys want to go have your, sex and all that stuff, like whatever. Learn that in college. Let's just get back to basics. Reading, writing, and arithmetic with kids. Mm-hmm. I mean, they don't... It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's the way the left-leaning ideology is just it's ruining.
We're
it's
trying
corruption.
to insert that into the curriculum, having drag queens perform in schools.
I do like a good drag queen show, though. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, not for kids, but
not for kids.
I love drag. I think it's hilarious.
We have a hot topic now.
Hot topic.
Involving your best friend, Tamara Judge. I bring it up because I got a Google alert. You are the featured person in a reality blurb article with the headline, Kelly Dodd claims Tamara Judge quitting the RHOC is fake and manipulation as she has $1 million at stake. That's in quotes. Plus, Kelly shares past moment when Tamara threatened to quit but didn't. That was the headline.
Wow.
And here's the article. Would you like me to read it?
Nah.
No? It features a clip from our Daily Smash, which is when you
I'm
said
glad.
it.
Thank you, Reality Blurb, for plugging in our show. That was so very nice of you. Thank you. I mean, I said it on here. I don't need to read what somebody said.
Yeah.
Everyone knows now she's backpedaling. She's not going to breach her contract.
Right.
It's just, I don't even know how anybody even want to watch her. She was crying behind the bushes. Fake. They fired her because she's so fake. And they keep bringing her back on. It is, I don't understand. I mean, she's sucking somebody off up there in Bravo? I don't get it.
Do you think that she quit because, you told me this yesterday, you thought Gretchen and Shannon were ganging up on her?
She's the bully.
She's a bully.
And when bullies get bullied,
yeah,
they can't handle it.
Right.
Think about it.
Yeah.
So she can't handle it.
Mm-hmm. But have you heard, definitively, she now is coming back? She's going to shoot more? Or?
I heard that she's shooting more. She can't breach that contract. And why wouldn't they fire her for insubordination? Why wouldn't they fire her for just that? For the threat of it? Who the heck do you think you are?
Is there any chance that someone at Bravo said, hey, why don't you fake quit and draw some attention to the show?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
That's her just being her.
I think that's her being her. I don't think Bravo would say that. No. Because they don't tell you. They give you guidance on what to do. They'll give you guidance on stuff. But she didn't want to be there. So she made an excuse of her girlfriend being sick, and gave an excuse to get out of New Orleans.
Oh,
to leave early.
Here's the quote. She's the bully, and when she starts to get bullied, she can't handle it. You also said she threatened to quit during their infamous cast trip to Bali when castmates confronted Tamara over her actions. She couldn't handle it, said Kelly. She said that she left Bali and was crying the whole way home, all because a castmate said she was insecure. I couldn't believe it.
Well, I didn't watch that episode with Lizzie, and I love Lizzie. Got to know Lizzie after I was on the show, but I don't think I watched that particular season. And Tamara, when we were friends, she told me about that particular scene, and she said that she got to leave Bali early. She got on a not the business. She got in the first class where they gave you the pajamas.
Yeah.
She was like, she
was excited.
She was excited. She was like, it wasn't business class. She goes, I got on the best of the best.
Oh, wow.
She goes, where they gave me pajamas and I'd lay out flat seats.
That's a long flight from Bali, too. That is ridiculous.
She said it wasn't, and I had my own cube. She said it was awesome. This is what she told me. Yeah. And she said that she cried. She said she cried all the way home. I'm like, cried? I mean, did you see what I went through with you morons during Ireland? Like, that was beyond gang up, beyond bullying, the worst of the worst of the worst that happened to me. And all of a sudden, she flipped out because Lizzie said, you're the most insecure person I know. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's weird how her mind works.
Yeah. Well, she loved her seat, but she still cried in it.
She's so full of crap. I can't take her. I mean, I don't know how anybody would want to watch her. I mean, we all know who she is and what she's about. Fake, a liar, manipulative, sociopath. I mean, I can't. There's so many adjectives. I can't.
You just hit some good ones. Let's get in the news now.
In the news.
President Trump slams Rosie O'Donnell after she flees America. President Trump criticized Rosie O'Donnell during his White House meeting with Irish, I don't know what the hell the head of Ireland. What is a Taoiseach? Irish Taoiseach? Is that a misspelling in the article? Well, okay, so this came up because President Trump was having a press availability with this Irish official named Michael Martin. And a reporter asked Prime Minister Martin why he allowed Rosie O'Donnell to move to his country. And Trump quickly responded, the reporter said, Ireland is known for very happy, fun-loving people. Why in the world would you let Rosie O'Donnell move to Ireland, the reporter asked. I think she's going to lower your happiness. I wonder who that was. Was that Peter Doocy? I wonder. Before Martin could answer, Trump chimed in and replied, that's true. I like that question. Do you know you have Rosie O'Donnell? Do you know who she is? You're better off not knowing. That's what Trump said.
I mean, she's got a daughter that's all messed up.
Yeah.
I mean, those woke, progressive, they have screwed up kids. I mean, you guys know who I'm talking about. They do. They're all screwed up. I don't know what the heck.
Well, I guess she's one of those celebrities who said she was going to leave America if Trump won, and did, I guess. Or maybe she had another reason for moving there. But, yeah. Bye. See ya. Don't let the door hit you in the butt on the way out.
Yeah.
All right, we have to go to the Apple store.
I used to like Rosie O'Donnell back in the 90s, though.
Yeah.
She was funny.
Funny.
I did like her.
I never had an issue with her.
I did like her. And I remember when Trump went after her, I felt sorry for her.
Yeah.
I did. I was like, God, this guy's a bully.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I thought that. But now I see her and I'm like, ugh.
On that note,
all right.
Have a smash-tastic day, everybody.
Bye, guys.